Okay, it is Veterans Day, November 11th, 2011, and today we are going to make some Italian stuffed artichokes. This is a recipe my mother used to make, and I guess she learned from her mother, my grandmother, Martinese. And what we're going to do is we're going to clean these artichokes. I'll show you how to properly clean and press an artichoke. Then we're going to make the stuffing. I'll go ahead and add the stuffing. Then we're going to steam them, actually cook them in this nice covered pan. This is a nice big covered pan. Now you can use a pot, but this with the covered pan because it has a nice glass top, so I can see what's going on there. And Wolfie's going to help me, aren't you, Wolfie? Okay. So the first thing we're going to do is we are going to wash. You want to wash your artichoke nice, and from there we'll start cutting and trimming. Okay, and what I want to do is, so you can see right here, I want to cut the base nice and flat so that when it sits in the pan, it'll sit nice and upright. So, and you want to save the stem. So that's what we're going to do first. We're going to take off this last leaf, and you can see the very bottom of the stem is usually brown, so you want to take that off, say about a ½ inch. Okay, and the outside portion of the stem is kind of tough. The inside is nice and soft. That's like a pulp. So what we want to do is just kind of take off that bitter outer layer, just like you would be peel a carrot, I guess. Okay, and once we have that nice and cleaned, then we can go ahead and just kind of chop this up. You see that beautiful pulp inside? There's a lot of flavor in there, a lot of flavor. So I'm going to go ahead and just cut this into like little, almost like celery stalks, and then go in and cut them into small chunks, sort of like chopped onion, the consistency of a chopped onion. Alright? Because we don't want to throw this out, because as you know, nothing here goes to waste. And this is good eats, part of the stuffing. So we're going to take that and put it in our bowl. That's our first ingredient for the stuffing. And now, what we're going to do is, these big leaves on the bottom, we're going to take off probably the first layer, just about the first layer. So again, if it cooks and the outer leaves are a little tough, that's fine. You just don't eat them. You set them aside. But I hate to throw out leaves that might otherwise end up becoming tender. So, and again, it depends on the artichoke. So now that sits nice and flush, and you can see these have little needles on the tops of these. You could take, and what I do is I normally just take a pair of scissors and cut those off. Very top, you want to go about, say about a ½ inch in, and cut off the top of the artichoke. Okay, like so. So that way, you see, it looks like that, and that way is less of them that you have to trim and take the little pointy needles off. So now once we do that, some people will steam these to open them up, and then they'll take them out and then stuff them. I find that you don't need to do that. Actually, if you just press the artichoke, it'll open it up, and it'll also kind of allow it to allow the steam and the olive oil and all the ingredients to get in much quicker. So you see how tightly that's packed. So all you're going to do is just smash the artichoke down, and you can see how beautiful that opens up, and you can get out these inner leaves much easier. Okay, so when you're done, after you press your artichoke, that's what it should look like. That makes it much easier for when we're going to put the stuffing in. So I'm going to get the other one ready, and then once that's done, we'll start making the stuffing. Main ingredient is breadcrumb, Italian style breadcrumb. Now I'm only making 2, so I'm only going to put about maybe a cup. So I'll be using like a half a cup of breadcrumbs per artichoke. So when I stuff these, they're going to be pretty big. So I'll put that in there with the chopped up artichoke stems that we had. Okay, so that takes care of the breadcrumbs. Okay, and next we are going to take some olives, and these are regular black olives. Okay, say about I would say probably half a cup's worth. You see that? Okay. And we'll chop those up. So I'll put those on the cutting board here. Hot pepper. Some people like hot pepper. Other people like adding, might not like olives in it, but you can eliminate that and use anchovies. Ingredient that my mother used to put in to give it a little spice. Instead of using red pepper, she would use some nice dry sausage or pepperoni that was hot, spicy hot, and that's what we're going to do. So I'm going to take about, about 6 slices or so. So I'm going to put that pepperoni in there. Okay, very nice. So now we have the pepperoni, we have the olives. Now we're going to add some garlic. I'm going to put about 1 good spoonful. Okay. The cheese. This is the second main ingredient that goes in. We have some Parmesan body to it. So there we go with the Parmesan. So I'm going to add that in. Okay. Not to be stingy with the cheese, I have some nice Del Robbio shop provolone. How much that comes out to about half the amount of the Parmesan that I used. Okay, adds a nice little different body and flavor to the cheese. And for flavor, my mother used to put, and you could never tell because it was only just for flavor, it's about 1 spoonful of tomato sauce. Okay, we got that, and that's a sauce gravy that we had made earlier. And we're going to add probably about I'd say about half a cup of olive oil to that. Okay, and we're going to add some white wine, just a drizzle over the top, and a little lemon juice, just a splash, and we're going to add some sea salt, not a lot because the cheese has salt in it, but enough to season that up nice. And I will add some black pepper for flavor. Black pepper flavor, even though I put the red pepper. Okay, so I added in a few shakes of breadcrumbs, and this is about the consistency you want. Enough that if you press it, it holds together. If you tap it, it fall apart. And now we'll start stuffing our artichokes. Lastly, I'm just going to put a little extra garnish in this. I'm going to go to our window box, and I have some fresh parsley, some basil, and oregano. I'm just going to put a few of those in there because it's nice and fresh. Alright, so we got our nice parsley, fresh. And again, this is so fresh, you only need a little bit. It's very powerful when it's fresh. It's not been sitting and dried out in a jar. Okay, and we're going to add that into our mix, just to kind of give it a little more Italian spice. Okay, and mix that in nice. We're going to go in and start stuffing these. What I like to do is probably the best idea is to stuff them on the cutting board. And start in the center and work your way out. If you work your way out, you're probably going to work from the outside in. Probably end up getting more of it on the cutting board than anything. So we're going to go ahead and stuff that center, which will kind of start spreading out those leaves. And do not be afraid to stuff. Now what you're going to do is you're going to start with your thumb, just kind of open it up and put some stuffing in. And this way every leaf you pull off you're getting a little flavor. Now you don't have to overstuff in between the leaves because you get a lot of that stuffing in the center. So if you can see that, just kind of pack it in with the spoon, spin it, stuff it, spin it, stuff it, so on and so forth. And then once I get these all stuffed, I'll show you what it looks like. Okay, what I want to do is I want to show you what, this is just the artichoke stuff with it in the center, okay, and that's after I stuffed all the leaves. I've gone all around, so you can see the difference in the size. It's almost doubled. And again, I'm going to go in and do that one, and then whatever I have left, I'll probably just pour on the top. Okay, so Wolfie's over here patiently waiting to get that going. So I'm going to get this fired up, and I have the chicken broth in there. It was about 2 cups worth chicken broth, and I'm going to add in some, I'm going to drizzle some olive oil. Okay, it's about a 1/4 cup, and then the rest I'm just going to kind of drizzle over the top of this. Okay, some olive oil, and if I need more I'll drizzle a little bit more, but that's usually pretty good just to kind of so it soaks in. And we have our wine. Okay, and we're going to add a nice generous portion of the wine. We'll pour probably about a 1/2 cup, and I am going to add a little bit of lemon juice in there. And actually the lemon juice will give it a nice little flavor, and it also stops the leaves from turning brown. They'll stay nice and green. It's a little trick, citrus, like kind of coating a sliced apple with lemon. It keeps the apple from turning brown. So we got that heating up nice. We got a nice cover. Okay, and this is what our artichokes look like, all stuffed. Okay, and they're going to go in the pan. And then we're going to set this for 45 minutes, 045, and we'll get that going. And we're going to let that steam, it's already starting to steam up, in that pan for 45 minutes, and it should come out perfect. Okay, so as you can see, it's already starting to boil. So it's ready. Oh God, just that broth alone smells so good. Okay, and we're going to add that in there. And this one in here. And again, if you're doing a lot of smaller ones in a big hotel pan, you can do it in the oven. And then we're just going to cover that. And probably have a glass of wine, listen to some music, and come back and check these every 15 minutes or so. Clean up these scraps and let you know who have a little taste of what we did. Come on, Wolfie. Here you go, bud. Go ahead, see if you like it. Oh yeah. Wolfie likes that. He's getting some of the stuffing. I don't think he'll eat an artichoke leaf, but he will eat that stuffing. It's got cheese in it, breadcrumbs, and pepperoni. Yep. Is it good, Wolfie? Huh? Was it good? Yeah? Okay, so it's been about 15 minutes into the 45. And you can see, ooh, those are really cooking up nice. But some of the water has steamed off. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to add a cup. I probably want to add in a cup probably every 15 minutes or so, because I don't like to have it swimming in it. Okay, and then we'll come back when there's like 15 minutes left and add another cup. What I got over here going is one of those burritos I did in an earlier video. Took it out of the freezer, defrosted in the microwave, kind of heated it up a little bit, and now I got it frying up in this pan, and that's what you call instant chimichanga. So that's what I'm going to have for lunch, and then I'll probably have the artichokes tonight for dinner. Okay, these are ready, so I'm going to take those, which are nice and cooked now, nice and steamed. Well, these are nice and tender, they pull right out, as you can see. Just a little tug, don't have to mess with them. I got a couple of bowls here, I'm going to put them right in the bowls and let them cool down. Okay, so this is what they look like. I got them in the bowls. I'll let them cool down nice. And then when I'm ready to eat them, I can have them at room temperature. I can just give them a quick zap in the microwave. The sauce that's left, what I could do is I could save this if I was had some nice veal. I can make a nice veal, add a little butter to it, and reduce that down and pour that over the veal with artichoke sauce. It's phenomenal. Matter of fact, I think I will save that and have that maybe tomorrow with if I pick up some veal or some chicken.